Now we're going to take a look at what an actual brain with advanced brain failure looks like, compared to a healthy brain with typical aging. This is possible because of a gift of some very special people in Alabama who donated the brains of people they loved after they died to help us create these images. The brain failure condition for these brains, Alzheimer's. However, the condition appears much the same as other forms of dementia at this advanced state. I want you to take a look at this and tell me the difference between those two brains.
The Alzheimer's brain's considerably smaller.
One smaller. What else? Particularly look this versus that. What do you notice?
The gap.
The gap is bigger. What do you notice about how big or how juicy the actual parts of the brain are? Little less juicy. Yeah. These people were the same age, same size, same sex. The only difference between these two people was one had Alzheimer's and one didn't. Okay. When Melanie said the brain shrinks, it literally shrinks. It will go down to 1/3 its original size. Now, it doesn't look that much smaller, but if you understand that, and we'll be looking at some slides to help you understand, it's actually shrinking from the inside of the brain as well as the outside. If you put your index fingers to your temples and then you tip your hands so that they're pointing in and down, and then you shove in about an inch, you'd hit the place where, for many dementias, the first changes take place. Let me have you look at another slide. And these are going to help you understand some of the symptoms. The part of the slide I'm real interested in you looking at is right in this area versus that area. What do you notice?
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. This is memory, your ability to remember. So that's why one of the hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease is people can't remember. But they can't remember in sort of a specific way. What happens is you lose immediate recall first. And what happens is, say 3 o'clock. What time am I going to go to the doctor's today?
3 o'clock.
Oh yeah, 3 o'clock. You know, now when I go, I need to ask him about this bump. It's been really been bothering me a lot. You know, now, what time are we going to go?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, yeah. Yeah, now you know when I go, I don't much care for him, but he's real good. You know, he's a real good doctor. Now, what time are we going to go?
3 o'clock.
3. How many times do you think I will ask him?
A lot.
A lot. The reason I'm going to ask a lot is because as I take the information in, you think, because I say it back to you, I've actually stored it. But when I go to put it in my file cabinet, someone's stolen the file cabinet. So no matter how hard I go and look, it's missing. And so when you can't find something, what do you assume? It's not there. So I'll say, now what time are we going to the doctor's?
3 o'clock.
Now, if his voice changes, he thinks I'm stupid or something. He tells me he already told me. No, you didn't. If you told me, I would remember. So it gets into that kind of struggle. Early in the disease, what I find often with memory problems is it's the little stuff, but it wears on you as a caregiver. Okay? The disease gets worse. What you will actually do is almost travel back in time. You lose your most recent memories. It's just of the morning, it's just of the day, it's of the week, it's of a couple months, it's of a couple years. And you can't remember what happened in this part of your life. What becomes real to you is what happened 10 years ago or 20 years ago. What's going to happen then is I'm going to look at you, who's my sister, and think you're my mother, because I can't figure out how you could look that old, because I'm not. I'm this age now, okay, in my mind. I bet you smoked your whole life, haven't you? Probably picked up that habit early on. Wait a minute, let me see here. I'm not best at this, right? There you go. How's that? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, have you smoked your whole life?
I've been smoking since I was about 14.
Oh, my heavens. Woo. And now you're,
33.
Uh-huh. You've been smoking a good long while then. We can actually have situations where people look in the mirror and don't know who they're seeing and say things like, who's that old man? You know, get him out of my bathroom. I can't go in there. There's an old man in my bathroom. Get him out. And they're looking at themselves. Look in the mirror.
I don't know who that fella is.
You don't know who that fella is? Does he need a shave?
No, I don't think it is.
Well, let's feel it. Woo! What do you think?
I thought it was smooth and pretty.
When family come to visit, it's very hard on them because the relationship is lost. They don't know the relationship anymore. They know the person, but they can't figure out how, and their brain tries to fix it. And so what you hear a lot of is the term confabulation. It means making up information. Now, they aren't making up information, their brain is. Their brain is filling in the gaps and trying to make sense of it. And often it picks things that it really wants to be true. So if I really like you and I want to spend some time with you, we went fishing this morning. My brain, that's what I did this morning. I don't remember what I did this morning. I don't have a clue because that part's all gone. So when I see you, I said, now that was good. I had a good trip with you. And you're going, what are you talking about? We hadn't been anywhere. I'm not lying. I really think my brain tells me that's what happened because it's trying to fill in the gaps.
Where's your favorite place?
Now, Verlene has just finished a perfectly reasonable, on-target conversation with Melanie. But it's our second day of shooting, and she knows the crew, but she doesn't know how. So she confabulates her relationship with our unmarried sound man. Listen.
Nice group, aren't they? They're hard workers.
How's your little fella?
Yeah.
Tell your wife I said hello. Okay. I told her that I had met you.
What might happen if Melanie tried to get Verlene to understand where and how she actually knew the unmarried film crew member? It could cause Verlene to become distressed or frustrated since she already thought she already knew something.
I don't do it.
Now, Mary is obviously an older woman, but listen to how she talks about her mama. It's as if her mother is actually still living nearby and giving her young daughter advice about cooking.
Well, my mama is the one that's a good cook, and
She's the one that's a good cook.
Something I call her up, and she said, "Remember, this goes out."
So she always reminds you of what you're supposed to do when you forget something.
She does if she's in it, and sometimes I'm not even in the kitchen.
Did she
when
teach
I'm
you?
doing that because I want her to get out.
Now, making up information about people is a common problem, but confabulation also occurs with objects and things in the environment. Now, Yuvine doesn't remember where her walker is when she can't see it, but she thinks she does. Now, your walker is where?
It's in there with you.
Okay, I think actually here it is. It's back here.
I brought it with me.
You did bring it with
Here
you.
with you.
Yes, you sure did. Come on, turn around. That's it. Good. I'm going to give you my hand till we get you straightened out here. There you go. What might happen if this woman thought her walker was in the other room, I wasn't there, and she simply started to walk without it? She is definitely going to be at an increased fall risk, or might even have a fall-related injury. The disease gets worse and worse, and what really becomes real to me are memories from my childhood or very, very strong emotional memories. So you may have a situation where something that happened to you very young in life comes back to you again. So I had a lady who would go around and say, honey, I've got to get to the hospital. I've got to get there right now. Can you take me? My husband's had a heart attack. I need to get to the hospital now. Please, dear God, would you take me?
Of course.
Of course you would, except
It's not.
if you take me to the hospital, what you're going to find out is this happened 30 years ago. And the reality is I didn't make it. And he died before I got there. And now dementia and Alzheimer's is having me replay that and try to resolve it. And this lady would do this 30, 40 times a day because she was stuck in that memory.
Eventually, does that memory go away?
That memory will eventually go away and she'll lose more and more. Eventually, there will only be about 1/3 of the tissue left, and the synaptic firing is less effective. It makes it hard to learn and remember, to find my way around, or to know where and when I am and how long it has been since something happened, if it ever did.